Welcome to Zanesville, Ohio. It is playoff football. Nicholson with YSN Primetime, joined by the CEO, DJ Yoakley. And we got a special guest, and we're going to him immediately. Head coach of the Springfield Tigers, Sean Guerrero, state semifinals tonight. This team's got to be just raring to get on the field, Sean.
It was a good bus ride down for our kids. So I think they're focused and just them starting to relax before our game. I feel pretty good right now.
Everybody, the offense goes through Brungard, but there's other weapons that are going to have to be used tonight, isn't there, Coach?
We're going to see if they'll stay more zone tonight, or if they end up going, 0 or 1. So we're going to have to try to find out what they're doing, and then see if we can beat them at their game.
How about the excitement of this week, just getting back to the state semifinals for this group?
It's just a great opportunity for our school system. Our players, our band, our cheerleaders. If you saw us when we pulled out at 2:00, the community was out and ready, and I think everybody's ready for this thing. So our kids are excited, our school's excited. Just a positive thing for Springfield.
Coach, you got a lot of people that are going to be here tonight, and then obviously a lot of people back at the Tigers table, back in the Springfield area, and everybody supporting you from the 330. What does it mean for you to have this community support all over?
Well, just for the small community that we are and the amount of kids that we end up having, you couldn't tell by our fan base right now. Something that built throughout last year, so I just hope it continues. And we're just going to keep fighting with our kids. Our kids are going to come out and try to make Springfield proud.
Love it.
Absolutely love it, Coach. Best of luck to you tonight. I saw the kids walking around. Very calm, cool, collected, confident group.
Right now, but when that ball gets kicked off, we're going to let loose a little. So hopefully it's a calm before the storm. And our kids are fired up, and they'll be ready for the opportunity.
I just like their body language. I was watching them as they walked through out here. Their body language.
They got some, and they got a little swag to them. So like I said, I think our kids right now they're too excited and on the bus a little bit. We want to make sure we save a little bit of energy for the game. But we did the work between Monday through Friday, so now it's time.
Any more Boilermakers up tonight?
We might have one or two on our sleeve, so we'll see what happens. But I ain't letting you know. So we might have to fake the fake tonight. So we'll see what happens.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. We appreciate it. We know you got stuff to do. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Good luck, Coach.
Good job, Coach.
And we're also live at the Tigers table. Nick Zerone.
Yeah, we are.
What's up, boys?
How are you guys? Packed house there?
I was gonna tell you guys it's like the calm before the storm in here. You got tables reserved. We got people streaming in. We got people at the bar waiting. The TV's already on with the game ready to go. This is community support, and the same thing like we were saying last week, Mike. When I coming in driving from Poland down 170 into Springfield and in the New Middletown, it's amazing how much signage there is on the streets, how many flags are waving, how many orange and black stripes are on people's yards. It's a community built around this team, and they are so psyched for tonight's game.
Well, speaking of psych, the crowd starting to filter in here from Springfield.
Mickey's here.
Mickey is here.
Mickey is here.
Oh, Mickey is
You
here.
gotta get Mickey on. Where's Mickey at?
Mick is in the house right now. But it's funny. Like I was sitting in the parking lot. I pulled in from homework, and I just it's all Springfield for the first 30 minutes, and you can tell that these people are pumped, and I know you guys are pumped. You called a great game last night, DJ. We got one team there, but now we got to get Springfield there.
Yeah, it's all about the other half, right? So we talked about it all week. Youngstown, Boning Valley, Volks Valley, as we're calling it now, is a very supportive crew. It doesn't matter what colors you wear when it comes to the postseason. Everybody roots for everybody. JFK getting the job done last night, had a chance to talk to Coach Prologo, and now you've got the Springfield Tiger. Everybody is bleeding black and orange right now. You get back in black, let them know. If you're not excited about this game, if you're not ready to buy it or listen to it, the call, oh my goodness, you got the legend, the dynamic duo up in the booth ready to go. Anthony Romo, Jamie Thompson, and they still haven't come down from last week.
No, they had that. That is actually a play-by-play in the Keller's dream to have a call like that with 5 seconds to go. And it was funny because I talked to them after the game, and they were like, "Were we overboard?" I'm like, "No, you can never go overboard in that aspect of it. You got to let loose." And man, did they let loose! The excitement came through them. And then when you were able to match it up, thankfully, Jack Erdick and WFMJ, you matched up video. Josh shot that perfect.
11,000 views.
And that was crazy. You a little cross promotion there, and it was perfect. So we go into this game tonight, and you know me, I'm a numbers guy. I look at some things. For each team, they've made the state semifinals once before. For Fort Frye, it was 2 years ago in 2018.
Oh.
For Springfield, just last year. Playoff appearance, Springfield with 10, they have 9. But the number that jumps out to me for Fort Frye is their defensive numbers. They've only given up 58 points all season, and only twice this year has a team scored more than 1 touchdown in a game on that.
I mean, would you rather have the ball for it and have the ball at halftime? You nailed it. So I'm going to lean on you again tonight. I mean, you're the veteran on this staff, and when you think about that, Mike, everybody's looking for the video game numbers, and I think tonight, we're not going to see it. On what people call boring football, what we call exciting football, in Zanesville.
But that's championship caliber football. And when people say that's boring, it's not boring.
Nope.
Because every play, that 6-yard gain may move the sticks.
Right.
That penalty flag can change a first down to a long third down.
Correct.
Everything can change on one play. And I look at it tonight, and both teams can light it up. This is the funny thing. When I looked at it, Fort Frye averages 37 points a game. Springfield averages 43 a game.
Oh, geez.
So when we say defensive, ultimately it's going to come down to which defense makes the right play at the right time, because I think offensively it's going to be tough. Fort Frye likes to run the ball. They got 2 power backs. They're going to line out, and we know last week Norwayne had success running the ball against Springfield. The problem was Norwayne did not have an answer for one particular player. You might know him, and that's going to be our word of the night.
Brady.
Brungard.
No, but yeah, that is that he's a key. There's no doubt. But having a chance to talk with Sean again this week, he mentioned a statement that I mentioned to DJ yesterday before the game started, and he said about this offense. He said, if you're watching everything, you're not seeing what you're supposed to see. That sticks, because wing T, you can't watch the whole picture, because there'll be movement everywhere. You have to key in on who your keys are, the guard, the fullback, the wing back, wherever it is. And that was key when he told me that. If our kids are watching everything, they're not seeing what they're supposed to see. So that's going to be the key for me. First couple possessions, it's going to take a little time for them to get adjusted to this offense. But I think once they see it, a possession or two, I think they're going to be lights out.
I honestly think they'll defer.
Do you think?
I think they defer. I think they would like, because Springfield is great at making adjustments. That's my feeling. If they win the toss, they defer. If they don't, I think they're getting the ball first.
Have we deferred a lot throughout the year? I'm not quite sure.
Most teams defer nowadays.
Right. Yeah, they like to make adjustment at halftime, and a lot of good teams are great at doing that.
Back to the Tigers.
Yeah, let's ask them.
Well, you know what? You guys are talking about numbers, Mike, and man, I'm looking. One number that stands out to me is this Fort Frye team. They barely give up a touchdown per game this whole season. Now, my question, of course, is what caliber of offenses are they facing? Because I don't know a lot about Fort Frye, I'll be honest with you, but I can almost guarantee you they haven't faced an offense that's run by such a savvy quarterback and such a strong team, such a strong running game and passing game like Springfield has. The other thing, too, and with Jeff Betos joining me here, Jeff, you were saying there's some massive players on this Fort Frye team.
Yeah, the Fort Frye goes big up front. I think it was 6'2", 6'1", 6'3", 6'4", and 6'5". 245 and 245 is the two kids that are 6'4", 6'5". That's nothing Springfield didn't see. You know, Norway was huge up front last week. Yeah. They had a kid that was 3'10", and they used good length, and that's how they ran. That's how Norway ran the football. But I'm going to tell you, this defense is going to be fired up after giving up a ton of points last week, and knowing that, and they're not going to have any trouble with the wing T offense. Just do your job, hone on your keys, and that's the thing.
Well, and the thing last week you said about Norway still they were kind of in more of a track meet with Springfield with the 52-48 game. I don't think this Fort Frye team wants to get in that kind of a shootout. They're going to want to control the ball. It's almost going to be like playing like Air Force.
Yeah, you can't do that. If you're going to get in a shootout with Springfield?
Yeah, you're going to get shot down.
Yeah, you're going to run out of ammo, and Springfield's going to keep going.
Yeah,
and that's the big key. And I really got to feel like the offensive line for Springfield is the big key then to have success tonight.
Hey, Steve and DJ, what are you guys feeling down there? You guys felt it as soon as you walked into best Paul Brown Stadium last night. What are you guys feeling down there in Zanesville?
I feel
it ain't the same. I'm going to come out and say it. It's the same.
There you go.
I mean, I'm sorry. I think every semi and state championship from now until the end of the universe should be played at that stadium. I said it last night. Nothing against Zanesville. Nothing against any other facility. Come on, OHSAA. That's where it needs to be played. That is where, I mean, legends are born. Legends are made. Are you kidding me right now?
Yeah.
Come on.
Well, wait a second. They drove 45 minutes. We drove 2 hours. There's a happy meeting somewhere. But you know what? I walked in. I'm not going to lie. I'm a little nervous. He's family. He's my cousin. I got a little pit in my stomach, but it's a good one because
what's this?
Little Springfield Nation with state bound. But
there we go.
I think
A
to Z Athletics, Dane Dobson. Thank you. But I think, and Mike, you saw it. These kids are honed in.
They
on
are.
What they need to do. There was no facial expressions. Bo came over, shook my hand. Brady came over. Coach Brungard came over. I think you'll see the confidence that they had from last year's playoff run again, the state semis, and hopefully next week we'll all be together for 2 state championships.
Well, I think it comes down to what we talked about last night a little bit is when you're here a year before. Mike, you said Springfield was here last year, obviously, and Fort Frye here 2 years ago. The lights aren't as bright here tonight for them. They know that there's a mission to be accomplished, a job to be done, and I really think when it boils down to it, we're going to see we saw a good football game tonight. And a week ago, these Tiger fans saw a great football game, and I think they're in for their money's worth tonight as well.
This one could end up being a track meet. It honestly could.
I would love it.
You know, and if it gets high, my thing is for Springfield, if it gets over 40 points, I got the Tigers almost winning by double digits because I think their offense is just unstoppable.
Every day of the week, I'm going to put the chips on Bo Brungard. You know, if I got the Joker in the pack and I got the cards and Bo Brungard's one of them, every time. That's the trump card.
If I only got a deuce with Bo Brungard, I'm using that. I'm using that pass.
You know what? You guys are doing the card references. You can double down when you got Brungard. You can double down the whole deck. There's a lot of Brungards to double down on.
Thanks. While we have a second, WRS Insurance Solutions all season long. The coaches' corners, obviously the player profile, and today they're sponsoring the pregame show, Primetime Live. Thank you, thank you, Tommy and the whole crew out there. We know how hard you work. You know how much you support this Springfield team, and they are a big part of the reason that we're here today.
There's no doubt. So thank you. I enjoy them, the player profiles like you do in the coaches' corners, but without WRS, you can't do it.
I'm just going to put this out there. We got a couple more player profiles we need to get to, so the pressure's on them.
Yeah, the pressure is on them.
There's
a few we have to get to on this cast, and obviously a couple other special things that we'd like to get to. I don't want to let that hat out of the bag yet, but we'll just hold on to that one.
I want to self-promote here for you guys. I know you're tuning in, but maybe you haven't watched these player and these coaches' profiles. You need to on YSN because they're fantastic. They go in depth. Reporting question. They're fantastic. What? Grab the YSN app.
Yep.
It's free to download. You can have it anywhere. You get to use it. It's perfect. And tonight, man, I can't wait for the call of this game.
I didn't get to tell you guys last night. It was a really cool moment for me on the way home. Got a text message, email from it's an active duty member of the military that watched last night's game, the Warren JFK game, or listened to it on YSN via the app. And, it makes my heart warm because, that's a service that we provide to the military that we've wanted to do for a long time. You guys know how I feel about our military, and anytime we can give back to them and give them some kind of taste of home, we're going to do it. So that was an awesome feeling for me. Those are the emails and the notes that make everything all worth it.
I just got to let everybody know you didn't read that email while you were driving. You were at a red light. Okay, so we'll say that. But it's just a perfect scenario. And if you think it's going to end when football ends, it doesn't, man. We're rolling right into basketball, and we're going to hit it hard. We're going to come to you every week. We're even going to do some Thursday specials.
Oh, I can't wait.
I mean, this is going to be fantastic. We're giving the girls basketball love,
Yes,
guys,
absolutely.
and Coach Brazil and company.
They're amped up and ready to go. There's no question about that.
Yeah, they're amped up. And speaking of amped up,
how's the Tigers table? We amped up. We're getting near kickoff there, Jeff and Nick.
The crowd's rolling. The crowd's starting to roll in a little bit more and more. I mean, they got their Springfield colors on. They are ready to rock.
This is crazy. The menu for you.
What are the big boys eating tonight is the question. Absolutely.
I'm gonna eat chicken wings all night. Buffalo chicken wings, probably. Have some fries. Maybe have a couple of adult beverages. You just don't know. Watch Springfield absolutely kick the butt out of Fort Frye and kick them off the football field tonight here at the Tigers table. I'm excited.
Well, since it's Fort Frye, we gotta throw a few cheese fries in there, right?
Yeah, cheese fries and make them feel bad. It's awesome to watch. To be here, and every table is reserved. They have names on tables.
Awesome.
It's unbelievable I walked in and the first thing is that people were excited and they're like, "Oh, he's here!" And it was awesome to know that they support.
That was because of you too, though.
Well, hey, easy.
Definitely, they wanted to see the legend Jeff Bezos.
They wanted to see me, but no, it's just awesome to see the amount of support that YSN gets and how much they support Springfield. And like Nick said, rolling in here, man, there was a yard that had a sign that had it's tiger stripes painted on the yard.
Yeah, on the yard.
Orange yard, orange and black yard, and it was unbelievable. And this town and community is absolutely fired up, ready to go, probably.
And we're gonna have Sean here from the Tigers table joining us here shortly. We've got giveaways to give to the fans that are coming in. It's gonna be a heck of a night, man. This place is ready to rock and roll.
For anybody listening, you got time to head on over there if you're still at home.
Absolutely.
Hop on over and listen to that. We talked last night. You gave me a name of a guy that had a great game. Who's the guy tonight, other than obviously Bo Brungard?
I'm going to go the Storm, as he's called. I'm going to go with Clayton Nesbitt. I think he's the guy that I've been trying to get a hold of for weeks to do our player profile.
Well, that's supposed to happen, hopefully.
He's dodging me. That's okay. I'm going to get him. He's got some work to do, and I think he's going to get that. He's going to punch the clock tonight. You'll know him because he's wearing the orange socks. He's the guy wearing the orange socks, so you can always spot him on the field.
For me, it's like he made the big block on the double reverse pass. Is getting healthy here the last couple of weeks as another receiver for Bo. I think
it's Medvick. I think he's the guy that steps up out of and he's consistent. If they're anywhere close and they need a field goal, it's going up. If they need a big catch on offense, him or Yem will make it. But he also plays defense, and he's not afraid to lay the tiger tail right to you.
Lay the smack it down.
Yeah, he will. I mean, he's the people's champ. So
what are you?
I can smell what you're cooking, DJ. You know what? I think the key for Springfield is a collection. It's going to be the offensive line. I think they're going to have to keep Bo clean against these big kids that they have over on the other side. And I think if the offensive line controls the line of scrimmage, Fort Frye's not going to be able to stop the offense.
No, you Nick took mine there. I'm going to go this opposite of that. The defensive line, when I was at South Range, they ran the wing T. The best way to beat the wing T is kind of angle your front a little bit, kind of confuse them, go to the wide side, go to the short side. I think that D-line is going to have to step up and make a couple plays. I think there's going to be an early drive where it's going to be like 31 or 32, and they're going to have to make a big key stop and to get the Tiger defense roaring back to the offense.
Hey, Steve, I got a question for you. Would you talking to Sean this week? What did he say about this Fort Frye defense that's statistically having an amazing year?
He said their schemes are number one, very good. So obviously they're well coached. And Jeff, you said this, they're big up front on the defensive line. And talking with him, I don't think he thought that they have faced some of the personnel that we have, I think, on the edge and some skilled people. But he is very impressed with them as a defensive unit. He said they're very sound. They will not get beat. So you're going to see a two safeties, and they're going to make reads and make decisions. It's the big play Coach Carrero thought that they would take away, but he thought there was a lot of underneath Springfield could attack. And I expect that, Jeff, with two safeties, that gets all those little curls and digs in play, and then it gets that trick play that Coach Carrero said he has in the bag with two safeties. There'll be a trick play somewhere this first half of the football game.
Do have a little breaking news. Howland up 5-0.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's win a state championship in soccer, too. That's what we're made of. Absolutely.
We support it all.
Absolutely.
That's it. So, guys, we talked about our pick to click. What is the one play, if you can draw it up? You're the offensive coordinator. What's the one play that you think is going to happen tonight to change the momentum of this game?
I think it's going to be a big long ball to Slike. I do. I think they're going to use him as a slot guy and try to occupy those two safeties. And I look for him to try to hit a big seam route somewhere.
Mikey?
I think the big thing is you got the two safeties at the top, but you got a lot of speed on Springfield. So if they hit that seam right in the middle, it's trouble. And it doesn't matter. It can be Yama, it can be Berbick. Whichever guy hits that just right, it's a long play. You can have 2nd and 10 at your own 20, and all of a sudden you're up 7.
Sure.
Here's the big one, though, and he's done this way longer than we have. You covered YSU when Mark was in his heyday. There was nobody better than Mark Brungard shredding his own defense. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's the offensive coordinator.
You don't think that him and Bo have watched a little film
I'm
all
sure
week?
Him and Bo have watched their fair share.
This week of the year that football came home to the Brungard house. I'm going to guess that because normally Mark was very honest about that. When they got home, it was dad with son. But I'm going to guess it was so big this week, there was a lot of football being discussed, and they were telling Brady to just eat. Just eat, buddy.
Brady, that's all. Wait, if Brady's good.
Thirds, you want it?
Yeah.
Seconds, thirds, Tigers table, whatever he needs.
Yep.
Feed the big fellas up front. Be the key tonight against a good front.
I think so, too. And mine is I think there's going to be a 60-plus yard run somewhere in there, whether it's Brungard or Nesbitt or somebody out of the backfield. It's going to be a backbreaker. But I think it all comes down to, we've talked about at length this week. If the Springfield defense can make this Fort Frye offense one-dimensional and make them pass, you know they're in trouble. You know they're in trouble.
Oh, absolutely. And just watching the way he played last week, they're going to sub guys in and out. They're going to keep that defensive line as fresh as they can. But if they read the keys to that wing, they play it and do it right, it'll become a long night. It'll be one that, they're going to think, oh, this is 2018 all over again. Good. Glad you're having Groundhog Day again. What do you see in that, Nick? I mean, because that wing tee is hard to defend, but you can make life miserable if you're stopping it.
I'm going to get real specific too. And you guys are talking about a play that might happen tonight. I'm going to get specific, and I'm going to say that Fort Frye is going to run the ball a little bit, run the ball pretty well, and there's going to be a point in the game where they're going to be driving towards a touchdown, running the ball, and feeling confident. And Springfield's going to step up and force a turnover that totally turns the momentum of this game. So I'm going to go with one big turnover by Springfield's defense.
I'm going to go opposite. I think it's going to be a special teams play. A punt return for a touchdown, a kickoff return for a touchdown. There's going to be a bad snap on the somewhere, and they're going to cover the fumble. Springfield's going to recover it, or Springfield's going to return a huge kickoff for a touchdown to change the momentum of the game.
Nick, do you know how to give the Heimlich? Because if that's special teams play, you're going to have to help him out there.
Give me the front guard.
Listen, we're going to take a short break, but when we come back, we're going to go straight to the Tigers table, and Nick and Jeff are going to have an interview with the owner, Sean.
DEL Lift Rentals and Sales is locally owned and operated with over 30 years experience.
We specialize in lifts of all types and sizes, including forklifts, scissor lifts, and boom lifts.
We offer low rates and long-term rentals, as well as fast on-time delivery, often free in the local area.
We also sell a variety of used equipment.
Visit us at WeRentLifts.com or at 7891 Southern Boulevard in Boardman.
Or by phone at 330-549-0855.
DEL is your local lift expert.
Hello, I'm Greg Berbick.
Your mic's 30.
Hello, I'm Greg Berbick with G. Berbick Farms. For the last 100 years, my family has farmed in Columbiana and Mahoning counties. I began raising cattle in 1996 with the goal of providing a better product for you and your family on the dinner table. Our grass-fed and grain-supplemented Black Angus beef are raised with no hormones, steroids, or antibiotics. We're known for our hometown-friendly service and incredible tasting products. We're locally owned and have customers across the tri-state area. Our products go from our farm to your family. Stop by our farm on New Buffalo Road or visit us on the web at gberbickfarms.com. Don't forget to like us on Facebook. G. Berbick Farms, it just tastes better.
We're back here on the prime time show with we have a special guest. We're always calling audibles on the audible call with me and Mike. We're gonna have a special guest. We're calling an audible. We're gonna go right to the top. We're not messing around here. We're going to the head honcho, the owner of the Tigers Table, Joe Rabin. Joe, we really appreciate you having us here.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for coming.
Oh, it's a pleasure to be here. And first off, just tell us a little bit about the restaurant. I know this restaurant's been here for ages, and I was telling you a little bit before. It's been a while since I've even been here. Tell us about the restaurant, how you're involved with it, and about the great menu. I know the menu is fantastic.
Well, I came out here about 6 years ago, and with the original Roadhouse, and I started with him, and then a restaurant behind us. I was able to go over there and start that over there. It was just a breakfast place, and I had that for a few years, and I knew that Jim was going to be leaving, and I wanted to take over the whole plaza and do something. And just talking to the community and knowing everybody the way that I know them, and everybody that talked anything or remember anything good, great, fantastic about this area was the Tigers Table.
Right.
People got married here. People, had babies, everything. They were just all about the Tigers Table. You can go anywhere in around this area, and everybody would always talk about the Tigers Table. So everybody suggested if I do take everything over, that I should call it the Tigers Table and bring back the old tradition, because that's what works. So that's what I did. I came over here. We brought back the Tigers Table, and it's about the community. It's about the kids. It's about servicing the community.
Right.
We made the other breakfast restaurant into a little deli. It's actually like a little farm market. We have everything over there, from a full deli to produce to frozen meats to canned goods. We have Walnut Creek products. We have a little bit of everything. And over here, I wanted to make the menu. I wanted to make this place really just kind of a gathering place, like it used to be. And so everything on the menu is just all home cooked food. Some of my old homemade recipes. And it's a very simple it's a very simple menu, but it's very good. It's all comfort food, and nothing on my menu is over $12.
Wow.
So you can come out and bring the family out. You can bring your people out. You can come out for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and you're not spending a fortune.
That's great.
And you service your community. And then it also gives us the chance to give back to the kids here. We opened this up. We decorated the whole place in the Springfield decor. The bar side is the old alumni. We have everybody's donated everything to us here, so it's been wonderful. And then on the restaurant side is all the current athletes in every sport, so we didn't leave anybody out. And so next year, when we get some more pictures, we can change the pictures out as well, and it just keeps everything fresh, everything going. Tammy Summers is my partner here too, and she did all the decor. This was
Yeah.
all my ideal, but she really put it all together.
Great.
It made it look as good as it looks.
Right.
And so between me, Sean, and Tammy, we get to service the community, our friends, and everybody that comes in here. Their friends, their family, they're just, it feels like a family atmosphere.
Right.
It's all about, and that's what it's about, is personal relationships with our community.
Mhm.
And you take care of your community's going to take care of
Right.
you. So
is there any specials tonight on Saturday that people can drop
tonight's
by and see
special,
us?
tonight's special is the bone-in ribeye.
Oh.
With 2 sides, and the New York strip with 2 sides as well.
All right, I'll take another side of strip and another side of bone and ribeye. How about that?
Yeah, they're both pretty good.
And I got one more food question. I've been sitting next to this dessert case here for an hour. What's going on over here? These guys are good-looking desserts.
Yeah, we make all of our desserts here. We don't make them we make them next door. The next door is a bakery as well. So we bake all of our cakes, our pies, our cheesecakes. We do it all here.
Yeah.
We make it fresh every day, and we sell out just about every day. So it's pretty much. And then when you're sitting right next to it, it really is. It's hard not to.
That's why I'm sitting this way. I don't need that. I got enough problems with my diabetes. I don't need to be sitting over there.
I'm the same way. I got to take a pill before I eat.
Full bar too.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
And then tell us, and I know you were talking about the community, and I mean, I joke, I always say this is like the Brungard Hall of Fame in this place, but it really is great tied down the street from the school. It's tied into Springfield football and all their athletics.
Yeah, it's just about honoring the people that honor you, that bless you. The Brungards have been a pillar in this community forever.
Yeah.
And I've been a fan of Mark since I was a kid, from YSU to, forever, you know what I mean? And so it's a pleasure to honor and respect someone that I feel deserves it, you know, because they are such great people, and they're very humble.
That is a perfect word for them.
They're very humble. They don't ask for nothing. They don't, they're just great people.
Yeah.
And so I was honored to name a burger.
There you go. Tell us about the Brungard Burger.
The Brungard Burger is, I think of the boys, because it's the biggest burger I got on the menu.
Jeff's listening to this. He's ready for it.
Yeah, you got pulled pork, you got coleslaw, you got bacon, you got it all on the Brungard Burger, and it's a half-pound beef burger.
And it's not that veggie garbage. It's real meat.
No, this is real meat. This is a big boy meal. You gotta step up to the table. And then our other famous burger is the Mickey Melt.
Oh God!
You
gotta love Mickey.
Everybody has a patty melt, but nobody has a Mickey Melt.
That's right.
So we named it after Mickey because we love Mickey.
Mickey's down there. We were trying to get him on the air, but he's doing his thing. He's always doing something. Him and Mike Ackelson go back forever. I mean, they love each other.
Yeah.
And when Mike and I worked together down at the TV station, and Mickey would be a regular calling in, talking, giving scores. What a treasure he is to the community.
Yeah, he's here every night. We take care of him. We feed him every night. He helps out. He'll bust tables and clean and just, he's just part of the community. And the whole community takes care of Mickey.
Right.
It's not just an individual thing. This whole community just loves Mickey. You know, and we all take care of him and all look out for him. And, he's so lucky that he has a community like this that looks out for him. He can go down to the games, go anywhere, and there's always someone going to take care of Mickey.
We're with Joe Radman, the owner here at Tiger's Table, and he's doing such a great job. Again, if you guys are in the area, anybody in the area wants to come down and have a meal with us, have the bone and ribeye special, which is making me salivate already, come down, join us. There's a few tables that are already reserved. The game's going to be on, so you can watch the Springfield-Fort Frye game. And just how exciting is all of this with these kids? What they've had to go through all season with
you talk about
coronavirus and everything.
Right, you talking about jumping through hoops. It's just been crazy. Not only have we been able to not knowing what we're going to do and what's going to happen and stuff, these kids deserve to win. There's such great coaching, great leadership, and these kids are great kids. They come in every week, after the games, and they eat when they're at home. They come in and they eat, and they're just, the whole community loves the kids. Everybody's involved, and so we're so excited here at the Tigers Table to support the kids and see them going this far. And, we're behind the Tigers. We love our Tigers. And, we want them to win the state championship this year. And that's what we're looking for.
Well, we appreciate you letting us join you tonight and have the game on for us. And hopefully Springfield can advance, and we'll be back here next week, I hope.
Excellent.
Thanks for having us, Joe.
All right.
Appreciate it. Mike, that's it, man. We got the head man. We went right to the top. So what do you guys think about that bone and ribeye special tonight? Mike, you got us down there. And we've got Jeff back joining us.
What's up, everybody?
Jeff, Jeff was looking for that Brungard Burger.
Oh my God, he was explaining it what the Brungard Burger was, and I want it so bad. Now I was walking around, Nick, looking at, like he was saying to you about like having Springfield stuff up, having all the kids up, and they have teams like. They have a 96 team, and they have all these different kind of things, and this is what you want in a type of community.
And it doesn't stop at football season. I mean, they're going. We got baseball pictures, state champion baseball. We've got some basketball player picture profiles in the other room in the restaurant area. We're in the bar here, so yeah. I mean, it just goes year round.
Yeah, you know what? This is what you need as in a community is be this way. Is to have a family oriented place that everyone can go and watch the game. Like. Unfortunately, we could not stream it. I would love to have our guys be on the stream, but Spectrum's going to have it. So
Spectrum was cool to let us join in and do the audio.
Yeah, that's cool.
That was awesome.
We appreciate them.
Normally, that doesn't have to happen.
Yeah, it's just awesome. Like he said, it's a family place. It's community. There's people just going to be here. Supporting Springfield all game long and all night long. Even if they're down 50 points, they're still going to be here. They're still going to love and support the team, and they're, watch it till the bitter end. This is going to be a good game.
And I can't stress more to come on out. I mean, we're going to be here. The game's going to be on. Tigers tables here. They're open until 11. Start serving breakfast at 6 a.m. But you want to come in tonight. We're going to have some giveaways. We got some trivia questions, Springfield trivia questions to ask. And I see Mike and Steve. You got a special guest down there.
What's up, boys? And hello.
Steve and Mike got us down there. I think the earth stopped once we mentioned that Brungard Burger and that bone and ribeye.
I think everyone came back, tried to come back here to get the Brungard Burger.
I tell you what, it's been a while.
Tried to take something from him, a piece of food. and we always laughed about that. We said, Brandon, try not to take anything like that from your brother. But no, Brady is just an easygoing, laid-back type of guy. When he played football in his younger years, Mark would always say, you got to flip that switch out there. And he struggled because he's such a kind-hearted kid. But he has learned how to do that. He has learned how to play with that switch flipped and mean and hard-nosed, but yet he's got the kindest heart. So.
We know Dad's a coach. He can be driven, but how driven is Mom to make sure these boys succeed? Come on. I know there's a little coach in you.
Listen, my favorite quote, and I tell them all the time, and they go, you got that off of Facebook. Do something today that your future self will thank you for. And so I continually remind them that, this small little, you don't want to get to a game like this and think, if I only would have in the summer. And so you have to continually have that goal out there and see it and know what you want to do and work towards it every day.
Okay, you know what? On my end of it, Mike, we talked earlier pre-game about hopefully all the Springfield fans get a chance to watch the coaches' corners and the player profiles. I think
thank you.
A lot for your boys, and you could see the difference in style. Mike, the big thing for me tonight, and Coach's wife, Coach Brungard came over and said, Coach Leslie, thank you for all you do for my family and this football team. But that's why we do what we do a lot, and promote kids, great families like yours, great families that I've got to reach out to these kids every week. This community has made all of us feel just a part of this fun, and that's why we enjoy doing it.
Well, we think you guys for doing what you've done. You know, because of the limited amount of people who are allowed in. It's really amazing. I think we would have been packed with the season we had last year. And even today, people want Facebook, or their tickets, or their tickets, or their tickets. People who don't have kids, you know, alumni who want to come. But we thank you guys for being relevant so that people could practice at home.
There's no.
She's ready.
The game face is on. There's no question about it.
But I've got an important question. Have you had the Brungard Burger?
I have. It's absolutely.
We have to go get.
We got to go get one.
That's to get that done. I'm going to get that done.
Have you on? I know, Mike, you feel the same way.
Oh,
enjoy this, and hopefully we could all have fun next week.
Yeah,
Are you allowed to draw up any trick plays for them?
Listen, I try to tell them the ones that don't work. I go, whatever you do, don't do that one play, and I tell them what it is. Or I'll say, my daughter said today, don't run that play up the middle constantly. That never works. Again, you have to understand there's different blocking, different schemes on each one. It's not this. It looks like the same, but I try to tell them what doesn't work. So
I love this. We're gonna have to bring her in the studio. She can break down X's and O's.
Hey, Mike,
when we're getting ready for a stage.
Can we get her next year on the Audible call with us?
Absolutely.
On the audible call. Yeah, Bo will be a junior, a senior. We'll get her the best seat in the house. She can walk right there and tell us everything.
A rainy night. When you want to get come in and hang up.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you, Carrie.
Thank you
We
so
appreciate
much.
it.
Absolutely, and best of luck to the boys. Let's go get one.
Yeah.
Tigers.
Go Tigers. You absolutely got it. Thank you.
Thank you.
There it is. We're setting the stage for the state semifinal game. Fort Frye against Springfield. Both teams undefeated. And the other matchup in this bracket, Steve, is Columbus Grove.
Columbus Grove, two good teams.
Yeah.
All four teams are undefeated, like you said. It's going to be a doozy. There's no question about it, but I think this team wins big tonight. I really do. The more I watch, the more I stand around, this football team's ready to go. Springfield Nation is out in full force. Let's have some fun.
What they let in.
Yeah, what they let in. There's a lot at the Tigers table, sure.
All right,
you guys got to realize we got tables filled now. We are just it is like ready to go here. We got tables all filled up. We have one table here that's been reserved. There's a group of about 6 to 8 people standing around and ready to sit down and dive in. It is excitement personified here.
Real quick, give me your picks because we're about out of time.
I'm going to go with I mean, you know me, Mike and Steve. I've been on the Springfield train. I said that's the team that's going to win the state championship from the beginning. I'm going to go 41-10.
41-10. Jeff?
I'm going to just seeing Fort Frye walk, see the color of their uniforms. They look like Kansas. Kansas is good in one sport and one sport only. That is basketball. They're not good in football. And Springfield's going to put a hurt on them. I think they beat them 52-0, and they blank them tonight.
Wow, big boy.
I'm going to go. 31 in a pretty dominating performance.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to have an answer for Bo. I really don't. I think Bo Brungard is going to take his game to another level. Listening to Mark, we talked with him earlier, how Bo prepared this week. Then I get to hear the mom going, somebody's always trying to get better than me. He's done his homework. And so I like Springfield 42-21.
I'll take that.
Yeah, I'll take that.
2 teams in the state final?
Yeah.
Mike, last week, Bo came over and got one of the footballs, and I looked right at you and said, if I was going down a dark alleyway, get to my car, I'm going around the block. I ain't going next to that kid at all. And they get as big and physical. I'm excited to see him play.
Have some fun.
Yeah, let's have some fun. For everybody at YSN, thank you for joining us for Prime Time, the playoff special. We will be on with the Joe Dickey scoreboard through the game tonight.